What really matters in life? I think often for people, there's not any there's not ever more clarity to that question than when we find ourselves in proximity to our death. When people get a diagnosis that they have a certain amount of time to live, they tend to live their life in the most meaningful way possible because they now have an expiration date with certainty. And very often there's no certainty in that, right? How often do people get 6 months to live and then they end up living for years or decades even, or much shorter? So death is this kind of elusive thing, but when it becomes clear and appearing right in front of you, a lot of things seem to fall into place because we don't have more time to waste. I see this in coaching sessions quite often because when we look at this existentially, every ending is a little death, right? Every coaching session ending is a significant ending, perhaps. And sometimes you see this door in hand principle as its door handle in your hand. You're about to leave, and then you come up with a really big thing. Many therapists tell you about that as well. Because the ending is in sight, you're running out of time. So you better say the things that matter now because it's over soon, right? So when people do get some time consciously, they tend to say all the things that are meaningful. They tend to do the things that they still want to do. When retirement comes, or when you realize you only have a few good years left, you have one good project left in your career, perhaps. You want that to be the most meaningful project. You want to write that book before you leave this planet, or you want to go to Disneyland before your kids leave the nest, or become, go into puberty, become little devils for a little time and not cuddly so much. You want to cuddle all of them before they become, teens. There's so many significant endings in our lives, including the ending of our life, that it was many years ago when I thought, oh, it would be a really interesting thought experiment. Wouldn't it be great if we had a tradition where we make our loved ones believe that they're going to die every, I don't know, 8 to 12 years, just to kind of, as a reset, and refocus on what really matters, in safe environments, make sure they don't spend all of their money and they go to Hawaii, or, that, I don't know. It's a bad idea, but it would be interesting to think about if it was already established, right? And then I talked to I think one of my clients about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, The Game," and I'm like, "Oh yes, there was a movie in the '90s called The Game with Michael Douglas, where his loved ones made him think like he's going to die." I don't remember the specifics. I really want to rewatch it now, but I don't think it ended that well. um, but what stands is the significance of endings and how they put back into focus what really matters in life. And so I haven't found a good way to do this because facing endings always comes with significant discomfort as well, right? I don't want to be cruel, but sometimes refocusing on what's important and bringing it back into our awareness can be uncomfortable, because it also comes with, how I have been living my life maybe wasn't the right way to live my life. And there can be a real pain and sadness around wasting time. But ultimately, I think it's a very positive thing, because at least now you get to make better decisions. And the rest of the time that you do have left, however long that may be,